30 minutes. This is a variety hour where you're going to see a really nice mix of some of our most popular products from Andrew Lessman. Next up, we're going to talk about glucosamine and chondroitin. This is another one people love. People absolutely love this product. Why? Because it's a notice the difference, feel the difference product, and this is also great pricing across the board here. We have a 75 count, we have a 150 count, we have 300, and we also have, am I looking at this right? And a 600.
600.
Wow. Wowza. Really nice value on this for everybody. I mean, this is, again, like today's special pricing, frankly.
Following the clinical research and studies,
fabulous.
it's 4 capsules per day. A lot of folks take a couple of capsules a day. I really recommend it works best at 4 capsules per day. But even if you look at the cost per capsule, again, on this product, with the finest glucosamine, the finest chondroitin, there's no sodium in our product. Our glucosamine is, of course, glucosamine sulfate, not glucosamine hydrochloride, which doesn't have the science, the clinical studies, the research. So our product is still a little bit more than a dime a capsule in the large size. So incredibly affordable, easy to swallow, ultrafine powder, won't upset your stomach. And again, the typical products that are glucosamine hydrochloride, they could be sensitizing to your stomach, especially when they're in rock hard tablets. And in rock hard tablets, that's something that creates this little point mass in your stomach, and that little area where that tablet slowly, hopefully, disintegrates, that causes irritation, and that's the discomfort that so many folks experience with typical vitamins, but not with mine, because all of my products are ultrafine powders. Here, I'm opening a capsule here. Ultrafine powders in capsules.
See that? You never get stomach upset with these. They don't repeat on you. As you said, they're easy to swallow. I mean, it's just, they're an absolute pleasure. If you've ever had a bad vitamin experience, I think a lot of people get turned off by vitamins because they aren't taking the right vitamins or they didn't try the right vitamins. We always give Andrew, we tease him because when he came to HSN 23 years ago,
this month.
I mean, I will be honest, I wasn't, jumping up and down because I wasn't a vitamin taker. I wasn't really into vitamins. I thought, how are we gonna sell vitamins on TV? It just seems like something that is gonna be challenging. And then we met you, and then we all learned about the products, and obviously the rest is history, started taking the products. But I think the bottom line point is most people, if you're not taking a vitamin, it's because you've had a bad experience with vitamins,
typically.
Right?
And that's, especially with glucosamine and chondroitin, either you're disappointed because of their difficult to use or take, or disappointed because it just didn't work. And why it doesn't work is the typical glucosamine product uses the wrong form.
Right.
There's very clear science on what form that should be used, and it's glucosamine sulfate. Unfortunately, most of the products contain glucosamine hydrochloride. So we have glucosamine sulfate, we also have chondroitin sulfate. So we have both of them in their perfect form, in a form that will be easy to swallow, that won't upset your stomach. And that's why the product works. That's why the product is so well reviewed. Also, glucosamine and chondroitin they've been around for a while, but relatively new ingredients in terms of popularity. My first glucosamine and chondroitin product I produced in 1979.
God.
So I produced my first glucosamine and chondroitin product 40 years ago. My first CoQ10 product 35 years ago. We'll talk about that at midnight. But these are ingredients that I have an abundance. We have an abundance of experience in making sure that you're getting the correct ingredient, proper form, and delivered to you in a way that works.
And remember, it's a notice the difference product. If you have joint issues, any joint issues, it could be your back, it could be your knees, it could be your hips, it could be your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders. If you have joint issues, because when our joints aren't happy, they let us know in no uncertain terms. That is what this product is for. That's why I've been taking these ingredients since you've been bringing them to us, because it's been recommended by my chiropractor, and it makes a world of difference. It's such a huge help. If you have joint problems, joint issues, this is something you should really be taking.
And I don't think we'll have time to read some reviews, but the most important thing to understand about glucosamine and chondroitin in terms of what they are, these are not drugs that work on the tissues of your joint or the molecules, the structures of your joint. These are molecules that actually become the tissues of your joints, that healthy joints rely on glucosamine and chondroitin to be their physical structure. So what we're doing here, we're providing raw materials that are necessary for the normal maintenance, repair, regeneration, the normal structure of your joints. And of course, the structure of your joints determines the function of your joints. So that's why glucosamine and chondroitin, it wasn't rocket science when they first started looking at glucosamine and chondroitin in terms of the benefits to our joints, because we already knew these are integral components, vital components of our joints. So it was pretty safe to say that if you could find a way to deliver glucosamine and chondroitin in a way that could be absorbed and then incorporated into joint tissue, that it would deliver benefits. And that's the forms that we use, forms that have been shown in the clinical science, in the research, to be incorporated into your joints and deliver benefits.
I love it. And I want to remind you what Andrew said. If you can do it, order the 600, because for it to be most effective, you want to take 4 a day. So the 600 is where, if you can do it, that would be a great place to go. It's $99.90, so you're saving over $100 on the largest 600 count. We put it on FlexPay for you, so we'll get it home as affordably as we can. The 5 FlexPays mean a $20 bill, and we deliver 600 capsules of the world's finest glucosamine and chondroitin. When you read the reviews, it's interesting, because a lot of people talk about the fact that they've tried other glucosamine products, other glucosamine chondroitin products, and they did not get the results. And they basically said, well, it didn't work for me. Well, they were using the wrong glucosamine. And it really is interesting. I was mentioning, Andrew, that people, when you read the reviews, so many people have the same story, that they tried it, didn't work, and then they tried Andrew's product. Well, lo and behold, it works. It makes a difference.
I often, even just with my friends, I have to overcome their resistance because they've been so disappointed in the past. And I've often joked about the fact that people say, who's your competition in the industry? And I say, I don't really worry about my competition the same way other people do. I know my products are better, so I don't worry about them. They just discourage potential users of my products, because I think, say, with multivitamins, we take the typical multivitamin out there and we have upset stomachs, they're hard to swallow. So guess what? No one wants to try my multivitamin, even if I try to tell you why it's going to be easier to swallow. It's a fine powder, it won't upset your stomach. The same with my glucosamine. I think we get so discouraged that no matter how convincing I would try to be, and what's great here with all the products we're talking about, not a 30-day money-back guarantee that will go until November, but how about a 100-day money-back guarantee that goes until the end of January?
Exactly. It's 3.5 months to make sure these, and you will know. I mean, that's the beauty of this. This is a product that you do have to take it for a couple weeks before you start noticing a difference. You will, but the beauty is now you have months to try it. Okay, we're gonna keep moving. Thank you so much. This is special 23rd anniversary pricing, by the way. Big savings on this, but it is a variety hour, so we're gonna keep things moving. Coming up next, we're gonna talk about collagen. And this is one, again, another example of a product